Hi folks, I've just entered this trade a couple of minutes ago here. I actually entered on a 5-minute time frame. I just wanted to show you what I did and the reason why I entered there. Something you've not actually been shown yet. Another part of the training today, you'll learn something about 16:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time official futures close. You see how price reacts of it here, and that's exactly where I am now. Now, we have these lows, we have these highs. So let's now come to the 5-minute for a minute. So is this some premium or is discount? This was the question. Yeah. Let's do this here. Let's do the vertical timelines. Let's do the vertical timelines. So these highs. Before this was the midnight. This was the midnight. I had a low there. Yeah. Look at this. Been rejecting off this area. So let's say, for example, we did do that high, even to their low. Yeah, we could have a parent one which would be bigger than that. So look at this. If I enter there, I'd be okay to exit there, right? And that's the target. I tell people go from one box to another box, exit that trade, and all is good. Let's count the number of minutes that took. Forget the numbers here, it's not important. Yeah, it took 2 minutes. Yeah, now, this is live, ladies and gentlemen. This is live. Now let's talk about an FVG, when an FVG forms. Let's do this live, ladies and gentlemen. We have one candle, we have two. This is live 3. And when this candle closes here, 5 minutes and 4 minutes time, let's just stick to the 5-minute time frame. If this closes, and only when it closes, if there's a gap there, we're expected to come back up. So I'm almost expecting already to come back up. You see that? Let's see what it's like on. See how I got in there on that candle there? The rejection of that there. So let's come now. That's just on the 1 minute. We've already hit a target, which I said in advance, which was the New York midnight. There's this thing here, it went from one to the other. Ladies and gentlemen, it cannot get any more specific and clearer than it. Really cannot get any more specific than that. On that line there, from a green to a red. I just want this to play out. Forget whether it's winning or not, right? So let's do this on a 1 minute. Remember, we're in premium. Although it is NAS, I do expect it to go up. Yeah, but let's just go with this. So let's look at 3 candles. We have 1, 2, 3. And because of that, we have a fair value gap. That's a high there and that there. So what I can do is just show you this. That there to there. It's now in it. So what I'm hoping it rejects you. Yeah. This is the first thing. The second thing is, we'll look at 50% of this here. The next thing is, it might come back up to the green box. This might go into negativity and then drop again. It's the first thing. Next thing we can do, if we are expecting a sell, I can take this from the high. Push down, I could use there or there, but it makes no difference. I could take this down to the low. But let's just do the wick to the wick, actually. Wick to this. And it's just hit the 50%. It's just hit the 50%, and it went back 50% of this. And went to the 50% of the FVG, which took me back to break even. Although I was up this, but this using this as an education, ladies and gentlemen. So what I would like to do now, I would like this to push down strong. I'd really like this to push down strong. Let's wait and see what happens. Yeah, see, there was up about $60, $70 before, but now it's all about this. I want it to respect And this closes, I want this to respect this here, not push up. If it does, this is the way I trade without actually indicators. I use indicators as a structure rather than in and out. If I did use it for buying and selling, ladies and gentlemen, you can see when this goes on, or it already been out the trade. Come on, just come on. Sometimes it's a little bit slow. Again, we've got this high, there's a low. And I'm now hoping it turns around at this green line. Yeah. Yeah, that's like you've seen it already been out. But let's just watch this play out. This has been recorded. And I'll see what happens. If did it hit our green? Is it going to come back down, or is it going to reject at our 75.25 line? I really want this to come down fast now. The challenge with trading is, for many people, you might think 1 minute's really fast, but this is a 1 minute time frame. For me, it's really slow. So what's good about the 4-hour time frame is you set the alarm, you do nothing, you don't have to look at the charts. Now, where we're at with this can come back on top of this and then react back up. So right now, it depends on this. We've got down here, we have 1 candle, 2 candle, 3 candles. So in this gap here, it's something called an inverted fair value gap. In this gap here, it's got a fair value gap there, one here. We've actually got one here as well. So I'll actually do a crossover from there. There, I'll change the color. So it could come back down and reject. I'm going to make that a little bit purple or something, just so you can see. This could be, I'll make it some bluey green. It could actually jump up. Because we have that wick. So that wick, and inside here's an overlap from there and there. It's balanced the price range now. Oh, that there and there. So sometimes when I see this, I'm expecting to, depends on the close of this candle in 35 seconds. I'd be expecting to potentially react off there and go up. Now, perfectly honest. That's why you've got to be really careful, because currently we have this is a high, we have a lower high, but it's all depending on what happens here. If I'd exit without the greed, as I keep saying, people going from one box, and in that you'll see, ladies and gentlemen, if you did that, that would have been more than enough for 1%. So you see it there on the line. The green box, the red box. This was just above the high. So you 1.46%. If you, yeah, see how it's rejecting off this inverted value gap. Yeah. Doesn't matter about if it's winning or loss. I'm just using this as an exercise to show you what can happen when in this particular time, it runs through that there. So everything becomes inverted. And just like I said, yeah, I think it's going to go higher. Just let this play out. Currently, we've got 28 minutes. I'm expecting the market to change direction. It should be 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It should be 9 a.m. UK time. Which would be 7 p.m. for Chris, where Chris is. See here, still hovering around about this 75. Just going to take this off for a minute. See here. See, there was a lows, you see that there? Now, let's pretend I've got my stop loss up there. I didn't use that to enter, I just used these tools here, which I'll happily show you. I wanted to prove to you, you can go from the power of the grid, the 25, the 50, and the 75. Just watch this play out a little bit more. I'm going to take myself off video and just watch it play out. Here, ladies and gentlemen. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the TP here down. We've got a little fair value gap just a bit. Click down there. I'm just going to take it to this 25% line, just in there, this line here. Yeah. Hopefully it comes down. Well, the profit was more before, but it's not about this. Is an education piece. Yeah. It's like, oh, it's just going to get this snuggle out. In a minute. Nearly is the fair value gap just there. Let's see what happens here. And I hit that, move that right there. I think potentially move it up. You want. Here we go. Just trying to be so precise. Go now, come on, that's it. This should close. Why does that not close? I have no idea. So that happens if you want it to close. Just there, so you can see what happens. Sometimes, although it hits your target, it doesn't close. I don't know why. How precise is that? Have I mentioned these various things before? Huh? I'm sure I have. Let's come back then. So let's look at this now. So it's what it went down, went up, pushed through it, danced around there, back up. Now, these traders are trapped. All right. These traders are trapped. So I believe it's actually going to continue down. So I'm actually going to move this down. Yeah. There's trapped traders in here. Yeah. So I'm going to move this here. Show you the FVG. So I'm going to tidy this up a little bit so you can see. So I have 75 there, ladies and gentlemen. Another clean reason why potential exit. And guess what? There was also a fair value gap just there. So now let's look at this. We have a green, it's black, black, we'll take white, black, 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 black. What's one that stands out? These three here. What else? Fair value gap there. And possibly as well. 1, 2, 3 candles. So 1, 2, 3. And there's a fair value gap just there. Yeah. So in there, potentially go up to there. Sometimes you just take the profit and don't be greedy. You can always go back in later on. Box to box, list, or you just walk away, set your profit. Let's see where we're at. We're in the premium. One challenge we've got is NAS. We're only looking to go with the trend. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Come on. Well, let's look at this here. We have a wick here and a wick there. So rather than draw a box, what I'm going to do is draw this. This might make it a little bit clearer. Wick there. See that I want to answer this question. Yeah. So now I've drawn that. I'm now going to get the GAN box in there. Forget that there. I'm going to do something different with the GAN box. I want to just show you something. This will help. Did the bodies spend the majority of the time in the bottom half or the top? That's right, the bottom half of this fair value gap. Guess what that tells you? Expect it to continue down. Stay out live just a few minutes longer. This is this area here. Suggested previously, you see how precise this is. Doesn't get any more precise than that, ladies and gentlemen. It really doesn't. And I said this ahead of time. And I said this ahead of time. And it came back. Yeah, moved this down here. Yeah. Now it's going back up. So now it's not going for this, but then when it does, it does. We see how sometimes, even on the 1 minute smaller time, it's all about the close of this candle and then the body, not looking at the wicks, but looking at the bodies. When it closes, 50 seconds, 55. So that's the body closed in the bottom half. Yeah, like FVG. And another wicks went up this week. People have a stop loss too tight, they can be taken out. Now, some of you tired watching trades. It makes you really, 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 really tired. Watching over and over, and it can take emotional equity. So, you know what? So we've got a nice, easy target. Why don't I just close that? But I wanted to show you how it rejects. Went back up, and I hit 75.25, reject. Then I showed you a live FVG. Went come back up, and so far it's rejecting that, but the body's the wicks. And it's the wicks that do the damage in terms of stop losses. So get a stop loss above, ladies and gentlemen. Ask yourself, is it premium or is it discount? So in a way, this is counter trend trading because this is NAS. We know NAS looking for longs. So I'm tempted just to close this, and I want to see this push down. Really, really tough. Now it's coming in, it's got 15 minutes. Now we're coming into a new macro. I'm marked up to 5 a.m. It's standard time, which is 5, and 5 is 10 a.m. UK time. I'll just come down fast way. Just come down fast so I can bid us off. So we're seeing you all later. So let's look into the left. Oh, that's it. Again, it's going back up. See that? It really likes this here. It really likes this. So what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, just going to take this up now because I'm getting a little bit bored now. And I want to just do a few other things. I want to see if I can come down here, close this line, which I did do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes ago. Yeah. So we got a target. Just aim for it. If you need to close the trade yourself, hit that X, the trade will close. Forget the numbers. Yeah. Or I could have done it then there, it was a lot higher. Done. See that there? It tells you when you get in or exit. And it told me price I got in here. Right at the top, ladies and gentlemen. This was live. This was live. On that, have a great day. I'll see you at the top. Bye for now.